I was obviously very effeminate growing up, so I'm sure they knew. But like, it was never like a discussion because I think they wanted to be in denial.
Okay.
And the longer I didn't say it, they were like, "Haan, kuch to hoga." Like,
Okay.
but maybe he will come back and get married or something.
Yeah.
But then I was too drunk one night and I sent them a text at 5 a.m. That was it.
How long ago was this?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Two and a half, probably. But I told my sisters before that. I have 2 younger sisters. I told them before and they were very chill. But I was really expecting for them to like create a situation for me to cry. But they were like, okay. And I was like, bro, like, fuck with me a little bit. Like, so I can cry and all. Like, for this
You
moment
wanted the video
where I can be like, yeah. I put up a camera. But they were very chill. But my dad apparently woke up at 7 a.m. and said, why the fuck is he awake at 5 a.m.?
Oh, that was his
That's all
first
he had.
concern.
Yeah, that was his only concern.
Sora nahi
He never addressed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And
just
my
life
mom didn't
went
say
on.
anything, yeah. It was chill.
I mean, you would say that was like a good.
Outcome.
They took it well.
Comfortable.
Yeah, I mean,
Comfortable
I would
enough.
I would like them to address it a little bit,
Okay.
which they haven't. So that, but I don't care also so much. I'm not very close to my parents.
Okay.
So it was, I think I was just being dramatic when I was drunk at 5, where I was like, "Main papa mummy ko bolunga," or whatever, you know. I was feeling very rebellious, even though I didn't give a shit. Like, my mother is psychotic. She needs to like calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really care. So it's not like their approval meant anything anyway.
But it's probably like you kind of wanted to do it, so and then you got drunk and you were like, okay,
Yeah,
now
probably.
you got the courage.
But then like, again, like, I wasn't like, none of my reactions would have been based on what they would say. If they were upset with it, it wouldn't have changed anything.
Okay.
I would have been like, great only.
Yeah. Okay.
You were
I've been-
prepared to like face that situation. if
I've
it
been
came up?
independent since I've been 20, bro. So like I really feel like Indian parents really use this card, which is not under my roof.
Yeah.
And like, I learned that very early. So the moment I could get out, I got out. And I've been earning my money since I was 20. So I'm not under their roof. I'm not eating their food. I'm not taking their money or using it. Why does it matter who I'm sleeping with if it is not under
Yeah.
your roof? No.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the
I
best,
relate with that.
like, the best thing was, like, I moved to Bombay or something. And I think it was in Bombay only. And my mom was like, I was going out. And she was like, when will you go home? And I was like, why do you care? It was the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
That's one.
No. Like,
But most Indian kids are craving for a little bit of liberty because it's
Yeah.
the parents are overprotective here.
I feel like a lot of parents don't know what the fuck they're doing with their lives.
That's
Like-
everywhere.
Yeah.
I think abroad, maybe people make more of an effort to understand what to do. Like, they'll
Yeah.
read a book, they'll listen to a podcast. Here, our parents didn't have books and podcasts. So,
Yeah.
like, it's like what my dad taught me, what my
Yeah.
mom taught me, what I saw my sister do.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just a cumulative experience of parenting, and they figure it out. Some of them don't figure it out at all.
Yeah.
Some of them do figure it out once it's too late, when the
Yeah.
child has already gone
Yeah.
through the formative years. So that's how it is. But like, whenever this comes up, someone talks about a strict parent, I was like, dude, you don't like it, you have to get out. And
Yeah.
you have to make that happen for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have money, make that money. Do
Yeah.
whatever you have. It's in your hands. You
Yeah.
can't. This is all they know. You can't blame them for being
Yeah.
bad parents.
I mean, I was reading something like this the other day where it said that because we are so rooted in culture where we are expected to get married and have children after a certain age, that you're almost pushed into it without your consent, right? You get married, you have kids, but how do you know if you can be a good parent? Some people are just not, right?
Yeah.
They're not wired for this. So a lot of people who've had bad parents, which is a very touchy subject in India for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to call your parents bad, but my
Yeah.
parents were. They're great people, just terrible parents. Like, all 3 of us kids are out of the house now. They're having a great time. I was like, please just don't fuck. Or like, like, don't make another child. That's all.
Oh, that way.
Like, you would fuck that up too.
Yeah.
But like, they're good. I really feel like they were pushed into this
Yeah.
and they just didn't know what else to do. So they just went with like, whatever the fuck, and created us. I'm here.
But they did their
I have
best.
trauma.
You would
At least
say.
I'm funny.
Yeah, you are for sure.
Thank you.
But you think they tried their best? to do what they could, or
See, my parents are also people who doesn't try their best when
Well,
it comes to things.
I'm sorry if this is getting a little too personal.
Oh, no,
but
no, I'm chill only, dude.
but it's a
I'm
good conversation.
Yeah, no. I see. My parents are quite fuck all.
Okay, you
You
don't
know,
need to keep
They're
repeating
quite.
that.
They're quite like they are people who would half-ass shit. Like they
Mm.
wouldn't know what they're trying to do. So I think with the whole parenting thing, they just gave up. Which like earlier and all of that, I would hold like I would be upset. I'd be
Mm.
like, why can't you be like my friends' parents and all that?
Mm.
But then with time and years, I realized that they were probably like they were different people, and parenting was not their skill. Thankfully, all three of us kids are very independent as people. We had no other option. But we don't care only. We chill.
But do you think that's a consequence of them trying to put you through, like, get you good education, make enough money that you guys are comfortable at all times?
Yeah,
Because a lot of times that's what happens. Like, parents are just too busy trying to feed the kids,
yeah.
and they kind of the parenting part doesn't get enough attention.
See, we grew up comfortable, but then I think they had like a lot of things that they didn't do when they were younger because their parents were strict, which they really wanted to see us do. Which I was like, you are just repeating the cycle, you know? You couldn't do your shit because your parents were strict. And now you're doing this to us because what do you want?
Yeah.
When
But-
you say do this shit, like they're asking you to
No,
do
the
things.
way they were
See,
brought
my
up.
mom's a doctor, my dad's an engineer, and they were like, pick one. But like, at one point I was into like engineering because like medicine, I was like, I will die or kill people. But with engineering, like I was really into like architectural stuff. But I really felt like I'll make a bridge or a building one day that'll collapse, killing like thousands.
Okay.
So I was like, let's not do that.
Okay.
Why do you feel like you
But
be so
that's-
destructive?
but
in
how
your
old were you when-
I don't
choices?
think I'd be good at this.
How old were you when you felt this? Like when you thought about all this?
Like 10th or 8th.
But that's
Oh.
like peak confidence issues, peak. Like,
Yeah.
So it's very normal to
I also
think
knew
that-
it's not like. See, I studied psychology in my uni. I knew I was into that. I was always very good with people. But then, bro, I had like we had to do a 1-month internship in a government mental hospital. So there are two huge ones in India. One's in Agra, and the other one's in Kerala. It's called Ulampara. I was done. It was too hectic. It was extremely depressing. It was a government mental hospital that had 500 plus schizophrenics. It was like acres of area and land. And like I was done after that. So I was like, this is cute and all, but then like I don't think I'll be able to do this on a daily basis.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a good decision to make because you guys just watched a clip from the Untriggered podcast, and there's too many of these clips. There's one here, there's one here. Click on whichever you like. I'm giving you 2 options. Click like on this video and subscribe to the channel to see more of these clips.